So over the past month or so, there's been a lot of discussion on the internet surrounding React content, and specifically where the line is between content theft and fair use transformative reactions. The main people getting called out for this is SSSniperwolf and xQc, the latter of which actually went on to debate H3 on the morality of his React content, which caused even more discussion, with other content creators weighing in with their opinion on the topic, one of which being former React streamer Ludwig, who gave his take in a stream titled Huge React Drama, which got clipped by 8030 and posted onto Twitter with the caption, "Ludwig claims Ethan Klein is being mean."
I think Ethan's probably arguing the right thing. I don't like, well, that's me. That's not fair, actually. I don't really have any, I have no enemies. I think Ethan is mean. That's how I should phrase it. I think Ethan is mean and not the champion that I would want to fight this fight. But probably understands morally where the popular opinion lies on React content.
Justin Wang quote tweets this clip from 8030 and says, "Laughing my ass off, it rules that Ethan of all people is bitching these streamers out. Watch the streamers try to tell him he's wrong because the wrong people are cheering him on." Ludwig responds by saying, "You guys are fucking weird. He's mean because he laughed at my girlfriend for crying on stream." Romance responds, "Clearly you were referring to Ethan being mean in the context of his conversation with xQc. Either way, it implies you think he was mean to him, laughing my ass off." Ludwig responds, "I agree with Ethan and made a video talking about copyright a week ago. I don't get how you make any sense." WillyMacShow responds to Wang by saying, "Classic Ludwig take. Too afraid to give an opinion. Just says bad and moves on." Ludwig responds, "I made a video about it, Willy. You don't always have to be misinformed in life." Willy responds, "You don't want the guy who's probably the most well-versed on fair use to be the one that talks about fair use, cause he's mean." Just a classic Ludwig take. WillyMacShow then posts another clip from Ludwig's stream and says, "Ludwig is molding because people think Ludwig lacks opinion and just says bad take. I don't know how he can argue when this guy apologized to Miskiff, but okay."
Random ass tweet to quote retweet it like this is my end all take, and then say it rules Ethan of all people is bitching these streamers out, when I also made a video about React content that is perfectly aligned with Ethan's thought, is insane. What a dumb fucking weirdo. Why is everyone so fucking weird? And then Willy jumps in, who I think has a full-time career of being misinformed and also yelling into a megaphone. Blows my mind. Because I just hate when people are super misinformed yet very loud. And that person is oftentimes Willy. And I see this fucker on my timeline.
Nicholas Diorio responds to Willy by saying, "Okay, so I kinda get why he's mad. The clip just wasn't that bad. He said Ethan is a mean guy, which IMO is a weird critique. Ludwig just seems genuinely confused why so much was being read into a clipped throwaway comment." Willy responds, "Nobody even said he was on xQc's side. I just think it's funny he doesn't want H3 to be the champion of fair use because Ethan laughed at QT that one time." Nick responds, Wang kinda implies that, but for all we know, it might actually be true. I don't know. There just isn't enough Ludwig content between the first and second clip to make me feel sure. I think everyone is talking past each other." Willy responds, "All Ludwig does is talk past people on Twitter. What's funny is I'm pretty sure he shares my opinion when it comes to React content. But if he's going to say Willy is wrong about everything, of course I'm going to point and laugh at the biggest thing he was wrong about." Nick responds, "If his position changed, it's not because he cares about React content in my opinion. Have you read this? I think this situation is worth investigating." He then links an article explaining that Ludwig stopped doing React content because YouTube's copyright ID system would flag any of his streams that contained copyrighted content. So in my last video, we went over the fair use debate that Ethan Klein and xQc had on the H3 podcast, and in that debate, someone who was frequently brought up as someone who got their content stolen from xQc was a YouTuber called Vince Vintage. He was promised by xQc that he would get compensation for his content that got reposted onto xQc's channel, but it seemed like that might have been a lie when Vince Vintage showed a DM he sent xQc and captioned it by saying, "Now imagine that someone said to hit them up to get paid on the content they stole." The DM was sent 11 hours before the screenshot was taken and says, "What's up xQc? This is Vince Vintage from yesterday. Wanted to follow up on your offer to compensate the creators." xQc responds to this by posting it alongside two other images in the caption, "This Vince Vintage guy praises Miskip for doing the exact thing I did, but flips on on me only when the tides shift, then blatantly lies in a tweet because I didn't respond to his DM within 12 hours because I was flying. Yet we sent an email 2 days before. Shameless. Thought I'd stay silent and let the storm pass, but everyone that jumped on the bandwagon and is currently spreading lies, I'm coming for you. He then shows Vintage's tweet that I just showed, alongside a screenshot of him praising Miskip for reacting to his video, and the email from 2 days before that says, "Hey, I'm one of xQc's YouTube editors. I saw you were not happy with xQc's reaction to your content, and wish to apologize. Honestly, I am ultimately to blame and not xQc, as he had delegated his YouTube content to me. I usually try to reach out to new people xQc reacts to see if they mind or not, but you slipped through the cracks. I probably saw several streamers react to several of your videos, and assumed you were fine with it, so that's my bad. I can compensate you for the full revenue of the video reaction he uploaded. I can also remove his reaction if you wish. I see you have a Venmo I may be able to send the money to. I just have to figure out the logistics as we don't have a Venmo. If you have a PayPal, I can send it in that way." Vince quote tweets xQc and says, "Didn't know your editor sent an email after the debate. It got lost in the brand deals. You said to DM you, so I did. But I've seen it now. Let's talk." So that's about it for the reaction content discussion surrounding xQc up until this point. If you want context to catch up with what was discussed here, be sure to watch the previous 2 videos on this. But now let's move on to somebody who actually has worse reactions than xQc. That being SSSniperwolf, who was called out by the Actman on Twitter when he said, "These reaction channels are so fucking awful, they reuse the same react clips in the same video to hit the 8-minute mark for mid-roll ads. Holy shit. We need a content cop patrolling these streets now more than ever."
What? I don't know how people jump this high. Oh, he jumped on like a little trampoline thing. I was like, there is no way. Bro just flew into the hoop. Dunked himself too. Does that count for extra inside? Mwah. I know a good chicken when I see one. What? I don't know how people jump this high. Oh, he jumped on like a little trampoline thing. I was like, there is no way.
Nick T88 responds to Actman by saying, "How did he jump that high, Actman? What?" Actman responds, me reacting to SSSniperwolf. "Yo, how did this bullet go through my cranium so fast? That's crazy." Ethan Prince says, "Yeah, but who's watching this? That's the real criminal activity here." Dubus Goobus responds, "Every time I hear things about her, I don't like them." Critical Drinker quote tweets Actman and says, "It truly is the laziest, scummiest, most bottom-feeding content imaginable. The thing is, people keep watching it. So I'm not sure who to blame more, the streamers who provide the service or their audience who prove the demand for it." Review Tech USA says, "Reacting needs to die. At least this anyway. This is garbage." Legacy Killer HD says, "SSSniperwolf is the definition of a react content thief. Deserves to be sued. She's also a literal criminal, and I believe was exposed years ago for faking her gameplay content with her boyfriend at the time, being the real person recording the footage. Reaction content has been a problem for a long time. While much of the attention has been on xQc, Hassan, and other streamers, you also have YouTubers like Sniperwolf that are far worse. Then you have the celebs with copy and paste reactions on Facebook, literal content farms and theft." Mudahar says, "Bro, she is by far the fucking worst offender of this react nonsense." McNasty responds by saying, "What's crazy is that she's had so many videos done on her by big YouTubers, and she still gets massive views. This will never stop. Her viewers don't care." Actman responds by saying, "xQc's reaction content ain't all that great, but at least the dude doesn't use the same 4 faces in every fucking thumbnail. This is beyond lazy," showing that indeed, SSSniperwolf has maybe 2 or 3 faces that she copy-pastes on all of her videos. And that's about it for the discussion around react content on Twitter right now, but of course, if anything new comes up, I will be updating you on this channel, so if you don't want to miss that, be sure to subscribe with notifications on, and in the meantime, let me know what you think about all of this in the comment section below. I obviously don't think xQc does transformative reactions, but the fact that he was willing to reach out to Vince and through his editor offer all of the revenue and to take down the video, I think is a good step towards making things right, although he still seems adamant about re-uploading other people's content onto his YouTube channel and only removing it if the creator asks, which in my opinion shouldn't be happening, just don't steal in the first place. But again, that's just my opinion. I would love to hear yours in the comment section below. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in another video.